But I think that this is something that we are getting totally wrong in the nervous system and trauma healing space, and something that I feel like is actually keeping us further stuck in survival mode. And that is that the goal of nervous system and somatic healing is not to fix, release, process, or get out of the discomfort of our body, but to create a greater capacity to be in our body, to be with the experience of the body, both good and bad. It's not that our emotions are too overwhelming, it's that our container, our body, our capacity to be with those emotions is too small. So instead of throwing a tool, throwing a hack, throwing a resource, throwing a practice at the discomfort that arises anytime you feel anger, fear, shame, sadness, grief, anxiety, whatever it is, what do I do? How do I process this? That's not the aim. And the tools are helpful, and I'm going to share with you why, but the aim is, how can I actually be with this in this moment? How can I practice dipping my toes into this experience, being with the emotion, the sensation, and the feeling before rushing out of it? Because when we allow ourselves to be with the experience, then what happens is our body has a natural, innate, and intelligent ability to metabolize and process that experience for us. So for instance, when anger arises, right, rather than pushing it down, it's how can I actually make space, even for 90 seconds, to be with the heat, to be with the sweat, to be with the tension in my jaw. And as I take 90 seconds to be with that, I don't have to label it, I don't have to understand it, I don't have to throw a tool at it, I don't have to make it go away. As I'm with that, what happens next? And as I'm with that anger, I notice that there's a bubbling, and now I'm noticing tears. And as these tears come up and they start to fall, I notice that my chest relaxes, and I notice that there's a settling, and then there's a release. So often we are rushing to, how can I express? How can I move through? How can I process? Without realizing that the goal in all of this is recognizing that, yes, we have these external tools that we can use to nudge our nervous system back into processing, but our nervous system already has those tools built in. And it's usually that we just aren't allowing our nervous system to do the work for us. Nature, when left to its own devices, has the incredible ability to self-heal. So anyways, let me know how this lands with you. Drop it down in the comments. Have you found that anytime you feel discomfort, that you're constantly and urgently reaching for the hack, the practice, the resource to get out of it? Or have you found ways to just be with and in the experience of the body?